All right, welcome everybody to our presentation for Gambol. This is an entrepreneurship group, so we were not directly affiliated with anything with the university this year, but we did create a senior design project that we will be carrying out in the future as a full-fledged company, and so this is our presentation over everything we've done this year. So our company, what do we do? What is it for? So we're as we said, it's the UNL School of Computing Entrepreneurship team. We made an intramural sports management app, and we built social features within this to connect communities, players, and teams all together and have one local space where they can collaborate. Our prioritizations while making this app were making sure that it was clean and that it was way more usable than all existing competitors currently out there. Because currently everything that universities use is bogged down, slow, and riddled with ads and other non-useful features. Our app was built for Ruby on Rails, and I don't know if that means a lot to you guys, but sleek, looks good, and it works fast. And then our landing page, which is what is available to the public when you first click on us, is built with React and other services. So I'll introduce you to our app team real quick. It's me. I'm the product owner for the team. We have Will Blazer, Morgan, and Ian are all of our developers. And then we have Alex, who's right here next to me, who is our development manager. And then for our site team, we have Ian Broyles, standing here right next to me, and one of our other developers, Danny Barry, outside. Okay, our problem.
So the problem existing is the current intramural management system that most universities use is IM Leagues. That's what UNL uses. What is it? 1,200 universities use it, and it's very clunky to use. It's riddled with pop-up ads every time you navigate to a new part of the app. You have to watch an unskippable video, and even without the ads, on the rec side of things, they pay for to not have ads. It's still not super clear what you need to do whenever you're using the app. And additionally, the monetization model doesn't prioritize satisfaction. Like I said, the ads that they have on there greatly impact you using the app. And this is where our opportunity comes in. So we wanted to offer a platform where players and staff can effortlessly engage in intramural sports, free from frustrations of the existing software. And we wanted to provide an experience both for experienced athletes and newcomers to intramurals to form a more connected community. So here's the landing site. So this is kind of our home page. Just kind of gives you a comparison between our site and what you can do on it versus some of the competitors. And then here's a cool feature. So this is a leaderboard that links into a given community, say UNL. That kind of shows you how the different players line up, different teams, and then how your community relates to communities as a whole, as you can see on those tabs up there. And I'll pass it off to Caden for the site.
All right, so this is the app itself. We wanted to make sure that it was as simple as possible to use. IM Leagues has been around for a long time, dominates the market. And so there's lots of features. And so for someone new coming into the university, someone new who's joining an intramural sports team, IM Leagues isn't really intuitive. And so this is our homepage. It's kind of like an activity feed. So there's a social aspect to it too, to kind of get students interested in intramurals and maybe build some connections, expand the community. These are different community pages, so every community that signs up for Gambol will have their own page. UNL would have their own page, UNO would have their own page, and we're also looking to maybe expand it beyond universities at some point. So different companies, if they're having corporate sponsored events and they want to track everybody's progress, they can do that as well. They can have their own page, their own logo, and their own banner. And then all of the different seasons and matches are available under the community page. So part of the social experience is you can have your own profile page and you can customize it the way you like to. So one of the things that we thought about initially is how can we drive engagement? And so one of the things that really helps is being able to personalize your profile, and then you can send that out and share that with people. And they'll come to your page and maybe they'll poke around and find the community, and that'll pique their interest in intramural sports. So this is just a little bit of the architecture, some of the different components involved in the system. We actually built this for a class, a requirements class here at UNL. And it kind of made us realize that maybe before we dive into the project, we should understand the requirements of it. So this is one of the diagrams we built for that class. You can see we have players, campus rec staff, and then campus rec administration. Those are kind of 3 distinct stakeholders that all have a really big part in this project. And they all have different needs. And so just kind of visualizing all the different things that they'll be able to do to interact with Gambol. And then another really big piece of Gambol is the single sign-on. So part of making it really easy to get started is not having to set up an account or remember what your password was. It's just signing in using the accounts that you already have with your community. And so that's the identity provider at the top.
Alrighty, so take it home here and we'll talk about some values and highlights we learned from this presentation and this whole year of entrepreneurship as a total. To start the year, we started with Don't Panic Labs, and they were great. They offered us some great mentorship and some guidance on how to start a company, directions to go, and what market to actually fill. They sat down and did about brainstorming sessions with us to create a product for about 3 weeks, and they gave us some great ideas, some ones we threw away, some ones we built upon, and finally what we ended on is our intramural sports application. Throughout this year, we've been fostering relationships with the UNL Campus Recreation so that when we get time that we want to publish this and get it used, we have a place that we can go to, that they trust us to use our application, and that we are helpful to them as well. We created a business plan and implemented feedback from Campus Rec. This past couple weeks, we've had multiple interviews with the rec, gathering requirements that they need for administration, and as well as features that they would like to see in upcoming releases that would allow us to produce the best product possible, because we're not only trying to make this for just us, we're trying to give them exactly what they would like and any features that they would like to see in the application. And just sum it all up, we started with very limited resources and structure. We came into this not knowing exactly how to start as an entrepreneurship group, and by the end of this, I think we did a pretty good job building out a full-scale application, while as well as building a whole business around the outside of it. Our software development, we're designed to support as much future support as we can and continue working on this. I know a lot of us after graduation are continuing to work on this and continue to build features. Our features are meant to improve the player experience, where we want to connect people and drive people to communities, and that is our whole goal of our application. Our authentication processes were, we thought a lot about designing them and made sure that when we are signing into them, they are the easiest that we can do it. We got rid of passwords because some people lose passwords and have to reset them all the time. You can get one-time passwords forever when you need to sign in. You can always do single sign-on. Things like that people get frustrated with. We tried to limit as much frustration as with this app. And then we learned to prioritize requirements a lot earlier because it saves a lot of reworking down the line. We ran into a few issues early on of where we developed stuff and then we realized that it was not useful at the end. And I'd like to thank everyone for listening to our speech today. And if you guys have any other questions or want to see the product in itself, we are right out there on the right, and you can come talk to us and see us then.